Afternoon traders, welcome to the daily market analysis webinar. I hope you guys are doing great. We had a webinar last night and looks like everything is just playing out. I don't know if I should even be doing the webinar because we're just on a trend here, but we'll just run through a few pairs. They're just on a trend. I hope you are in the money. Let's have a look here. Let's start with the pound pairs. Dropped. Pound chief keeps dropping. Get my annotation tool. You can see, as we've said, the pound pairs expect long-term downside, so you don't attempt to buy the pound pairs, not anytime soon. Okay, until we get any indication for a reversal of the trend, these kind of moves are just giving you opportunities to buy an expanding flat there, makes an impulse and a correction there, makes a correction, makes a correction. We looked at this one yesterday. Okay, so correction for downside. So now what is the long-term target on this one here? Let's have a look here. Pound chief, we're actually at a critical area, but I don't see any structure forming here, like something like this, and then this here, like this. I don't see any of that forming like that. So all I'm seeing is that expanding flat, which is going like this, going like 1, 2, 3. Okay. So that's why the target on this one is here minimum. Okay, so that is 1178. That is the target on pound chief minimum. Just the minimum, not the overall target, because the overall target can be this one here. We'll see when we get to that level. It's just when you get to that level, the trend may stop a bit, but the overall target still needs to go right all the way right down there, making this three-wave move here, which is a WXY. But don't worry about this long term. We'll look at this once we've reached this level. So that is the level that we're looking to get to. It may come here and do this and start reversing from there. So that is the analysis on the pound pairs. You can see how much they're dropping. As I said yesterday, look for the 1 hour correction. Why do I keep having this? Just look for 1 hour corrections for downside. You're only looking for 1 hour corrective structures. So this is a 1 hour flag, 1 hour flag. This one you may have missed because it didn't look like there was an impulse, so you'd have started taking it here. So we looked at this one here, and then it made this 1, 2, 3 here, expanding flat, comes down, correction, enter, just like that. Okay, going all right there. Pound New Zealand. So pound New Zealand, as you can see, also dropping, reached the target that we forecasted last week. Minimum target. Let's have a look on the 4 hour. So on the 4 hour, so actually let's go to the daily so you can see how this has played out. So on the daily, when we forecasted this one, we didn't start it from the down move. We started when it was still doing this. And I can't remember if it was even me. I think it was one of the members in the group who identified this. Can't remember who it was who identified that we were correcting at the 61. See, that correction there was this one. So we were guaranteed that we were going to go into the blue box and drop for a big move. Okay, so that big move could be minimum up to this level. Same length as this, and that does not mean reversal, may just mean a reaction from that level and further continuation to the downside. Okay, so you can see pound pairs are all looking downside. Pound CAD also, we're still waiting for that pullback here, same as this one. So we can have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then that will complete this. Okay, so continuation patterns to the downside. You're not looking for anything other than continuation patterns, right? Pound Audi, the same. The same for 2 years. We looked at this correction, and now it's dropping. So pound US dollar, sorry, pound Audi minimum target is up to here. And there's a big target to the downside. It may not happen in the next year or so, but let's have a look here. What could possibly happen? So what we want here is for this to come down here at this previous low. Why do we want it to come here? Because at this level, we may have a structure, something like this. Let's do this in red. This can come down in 3 waves, something like this. Then if it does that, then we've got that one, making another structure like this. Let's make it a little bit thicker here. It could make this structure, and another one. So that's why I'm saying it could take years. I mean, it took 2 years to build this corrective structure. You can drop here with a 3-wave move, and you can get another 2 years again before this actually drops for this move. Okay, but who cares about that? So that doesn't really matter because we know what we want now. So we could be looking at that as a whole corrective structure, maybe a regular flat or even expanding flat, whichever one it is. You can see that we've got a forecast for the next couple of years. Okay, so now we are currently here. Let's forget that we are currently here. A break below here, it's even confirmation, more confirmation that we're coming all the way down. May not come in a straight line, so just watch out for the pullback. Okay, so even if it does this, it will just be this move, something like that. So guys, I'm not really doing any market analysis here. I'm just showing you the continuation patterns and how you can ride the trend. So you need to get deeper corrective structures to ride the trend. That's playing out very well. Okay, let's look at the Euro pairs. Start with the Euro New Zealand. Euro New Zealand, you should be in the trade. It's just flying like that. Dropping, reach the target, done. It's still gonna go. Welcome, Stephen James. Still gonna go. It's just continuation patterns. You simply go into the 1 hour time frame, go to the 1 hour time frame, but it's don't lose money now because it has already moved so much. So that target has now been reached. Even though here we're looking for it to drop after the 3-wave move, but it actually made a double. So it's made a 3 up, 3 down, and a 3 up. Okay, impulsive move down. This is very clear. Impulsive move down, correction, impulse, correction. So this one would have been even better because it was happening just under the lower boundary of the flag. Running flat, push down, correction, push down, correction. So you look for this kind of corrections. Here was this one here a couple of hours ago. I think yesterday we were around these levels. Now it's just dropping like that. Okay, that minimum target has been reached. Okay, you can just protect your profits if you want, or you can look for a new entry afterwards. But they've all dropped very nicely. Euro Audi, the same. Okay, Euro Audi. Okay, I wanted it to make this structure when this happened. I thought it was going to just do that and then we start dropping like that, but instead it made the one up before we come down, making this a 3-wave move here. Let's clean it up. Making this 3-wave move here with a long C here, and then it starts dropping. Okay, but we've said that we are not looking for any buys on Euro New Zealand, Euro Audi, or the pound pace. Corrections, corrections, corrections. It's easy to see them after they've played out, but you can't miss them when there's so much. Okay, that's Euro Audi, Euro CAD. It's gonna keep dropping. Let's watch what happens at this level. You don't want to buy, you don't want to sell it at this level, because at this level you could get it. You want to get a flag, and clearing this level means we're going all the way down. The reason why I talk about these levels and clearing them is that if they are not cleared, that means there's still a possibility that we can have a structure like this. So that's why I prefer that it is cleared, that it invalidates the structure, then that means the trend just goes down straight. But if it is not cleared, you still have this possibility of this structure here, a move up and a down here like that, and then possibly a regular flat before you get continuation patterns to the downside. Okay. So that is why I talk about clearing the levels. It's not support or resistance levels, it's structural levels that we are looking at. Okay. Let's say Euro CAD, Euro Chief, Euro Chief. Let's go back to the daily. So Euro Chief, from here, I thought I was going to pull back here. So it's either going to make a one wave correction. We spoke about this during the daily webinar, that it's either going to be a single correction and then it drops, or it's going to make a double. We did not get the double and it's making a single correction. This is on the daily, so look out for a corrective structure. Clearing this level means you don't have this. So let's look in the lower degree, then you look for entries there. This one is coming from far actually. It's coming from very far. We took it from the top. That's already over how many pips is that now? Let's have a look here. From right at the top when you took the trade here up to this level, that's over 400 pips drop so far. Okay, so looking good there. Now let's look in the 4 hour. 4 hour, you've got this flag. So it has actually made this three wave pullback here, and we're dropping with this one here. Now it's correcting right on the flag here. Okay, right on the lower boundary of the flag. Let's switch everything off here. Let's put in that boundary again. Okay, it's correcting right here. So clearing this level, the current level, is telling us that continuation patterns to the downside. So if you get a corrective structure here, it's going further down, further down. Okay, it's Chief. That's all the euros. Let's look at silver and gold. We looked at silver and gold yesterday. Gold is still busy within that triangle. I'm not gonna do any updates, just watch yesterday's video. So there's a possibility of this making a triangle here like that, and then it bounce A, B, C, D, E. So watch the video from yesterday. There's that possibility, but we're looking for continuation pattern to the upside. Okay, I did a bit more detail on this one yesterday, so you can watch it. You can check yesterday's video as well. Silver has made a structure here. You can watch yesterday's video as well. We've got 1, 2, 3, and we've got 1, 2, 3. Are we going to get another one here before we push higher? Okay, so let's see. Let's go to the US dollar pairs and the yen pairs. Start with the yen pairs. The yen pairs are looking rather interesting. Pound yen just keeps dropping as forecasted yesterday. Actually took this one here from the blue box. This was a very nice entry to ride the trend. Okay, there was another one here. There was another one here. Both of these which we identified, and now we're just looking to ride this to the downside. Okay, that is pound yen, and the target here is 130. Okay, let's see if we get 130.70 there. That is pound yen. Can you guys hear me clearly there? Yes, can you all hear me clearly? Excellent. Thanks, Bruce. Thanks, Bruce. Right, so yen pes continuation patterns to the downside. US dollar JPY. You're getting a nice corrective structure there. This one here, up, down, up. See if we drop from here, and that is happening just below the boundary of this three-wave move. Support and resistance traders and trendline traders would say that this has broken, this has retested, and it's going. Okay, so that's how they would look at it. So we waivers, we don't look at those boundaries. What we look at is structures and sequences. So what are we seeing? We are seeing, even without all of those, we are seeing a three-wave move to the upside, a pullback, and another move to the upside. It's actually 5-3-5 move to the upside, and now we're looking for this as a three-wave move down. Now we're looking at this as a pullback that is correcting that three-wave move. Don't be surprised if this one gets deeper like that and then drop. And when it drops, your next target will be around 106 here, minimum. Why are we saying minimum? Because unless this is cleared, there's still a possibility for this one to do this. But if it clears, then this structure is invalidated and you just go down straight. See, right? That is US dollar JPY, euro. Can you see my screen? Apologies, I was stopped out. Please confirm that you can still see my screen. Thank you. Right, let's carry on. This is Euro JPY. There was a trade here. Did not give a very nice setup then, but you had this one here. You had this one here. We had a setup here on the 1 hour. This is where you're supposed to have taken it and to move to break even after it made that flag. So it's going very well. This one is doing that. We're looking to drop. So we took the trade, drop, three-way move to the upside. That's a corrective structure, and we're looking for downside. Okay, this has now been cleared. That means you're going down. Okay, continuation pattern to the downside. Let's see here what my target was here. You're looking to break this low. You're looking to break this low. Okay, that's looking good. Chief JPY has now started dropping about an hour or two ago. Now we are right down here. I showed the structure why I'm expecting this to drop from here yesterday. So if you get a flag here, you're looking for a trade to the downside, all the way down back around 107.60. That is the structure that you're going to be looking for on Chief. Look for a corrective structure on the 1 hour and take it down. We've got a pulsing move here. All you want is that to confirm. That's Chief Audi. Nothing much to take home. Audi, yes, there is actually a nice trade, even if it's a short-term one. Look at this one here. You've got a pulsing move here. You've got this three-wave move here. So if you get a setup for a sell here, you can sell expecting this move, and that move will give you this structure. Okay, so that will be a whole corrective structure like that. and then you get another impulsive move like that. After that, we expect a big drop. Okay, for now, if you get a sell setup, RSI stock confirming, you've got a short-term trade up to this level. And this is there will be a blue box area here. You can actually project it if this is the end. So if you get that, let's look at this. The blue box will be from there to the back there, and you will expect that this will be your target, and you expect that that will be your reversal or reaction area. But wait first for this to confirm a setup here. So if you get a setup here, stop loss above the flag, target at the blue box. New Zealand. The annotation that I use comes with a Zoom webinar, with a Zoom platform. It comes with a Zoom platform. There is also another one, it's called Epic Pen. You can write anywhere on your screen. So the Zoom webinar is when you're sharing your screen. So with Epic Pen, you can download Epic Pen. It's not the most user-friendly one, like this one on Zoom, but you can also use this one. So the nice thing about this one is you don't have to be sharing any screen, or you don't have to be running a webinar. So you can annotate anywhere on your screen. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Right, so that's what we have here. We've got a three-way move down. Is it a three-way move down? So here it's actually a possible impulsive move and an expanding flat here in 1, 2, 3 waves, and then we look for downside like that, and then we're gonna have an ABC structure in red. So let's see here. You could be looking for a potential trade here. That is my Epic Pen tool that you can use for the same thing. Can you see that? I think you can see it. How do I take this off now? I'll just put it down here for now. Let's just put it down there. Yep. Exactly as we analyzed last night, Chief JPY is dropping. All right, good. All right, so what we have here, you've got an A, B, C structure, and we've in the yellow wave, possibly we'll have another push higher. But here's the trade, guys. So if you're looking for a trade here, if it's gonna happen, it needs to break this. So you need to have a pulsing move here, you need to have a correction here, then you start expecting that move, this one, this year. You start expecting the same move there. Okay, that's New Zealand CAD. Looking upside, I showed you on the daily why we're looking for upside on CAD. So that could be a continuation pattern. So this is the reason why we're looking for upside on CAD. We're looking for this to overall push and at least retest that level, this level here. So look out for this corrective structure. Watch it when it confirms that it pushes higher. Euro. Euro, the green is the one alternative. Let me go to the weekly chart. I think the weekly chart shows the diagonal. There are two possibilities here, and the most likely one is the diagonal. So if you're looking at this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, showed you this during the weekly webinar, that this could be a diagonal like that with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're looking for a wave 5 here. So this breakdown here on Euro is a wave 5. That's all you're looking for. US dollar chief, just look for the opposite, for the inverse of the euro, correction and a move up. US dollar ZAR playing out as per analysis. We're looking for this one to minimum come down to this level. So it will make this 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. You're expecting this to pull back like this, or it comes down in 3 waves. So if it comes down in 3 waves, we just change the labeling and it becomes A, B. So if it comes down in 5 waves, it just makes it C. Then it becomes a regular fillet, possibly. So whichever one it is, if it's 3 waves all around, we just label it as WXY structures. All right, that is US dollar ZAR. You've got that there. So 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3 up. It looks like it's coming down with an impulsive move. So if it's an impulsive move, we label it A, B, C. With waves, WXY all around. You should understand this after you've attended the course. All right. What else are we looking at? Audi and New Zealand. Let's do that for completeness. That's on the weekly. So Audi in New Zealand may have completed their expanding flats. Let's see how that goes. Nothing confirming here, the moves. So let's see if we're gonna get this. Even if we get this, there's still a possibility for this to do this one. So let's give it some time to give us more data. Same as New Zealand US dollar. Let's give it a bit more time. Now new trade there. Let's see what else can we look at. Let's look at Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin has dropped nicely, but has not reached the level where we wanted it for a buy. So the level that we want is this one here. I don't know why we don't have a blue box there. So let's project the blue box on Bitcoin. So the level we want for Bitcoin is this one here. Right there. That is our blue box area. That is our 9,000 area. That's where we're looking to buy and ride the Bitcoin trend. Unless it's going to make a triangle. If it is, then it's something that we need to watch. For now, we're looking for it to come down here. And then we have a 3 down, 3 up, and a 5 down. So let's see how that plays out. All right, guys, that's all for today. I will see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Have a great day. Cheers. Bye-bye.